Women's Manifesto is a national-level NGO initiated by a group of women from diverse backgrounds joined their hands together with a vision of holistic development and welfare of the humanity in general and women in particular. The main aim of the organization is to empower women and improve their educational, physical, cultural, and socio-economic conditions. The organization conducts different programs such as guidance and counseling, relief and rehabilitation programs, skill development training, legal awareness, and resource development programs. Since its formation in 2013, it is implementing these programs through the members and volunteers with the help of government departments and other non-governmental organizations. Our method of operation is identifying emerging leaders and providing them training for their development and motivating them to work as a change factor in their own society. Women's Leadership Summit was jointly organized by Women's Manifesto, Delhi School of Social Work, University of Delhi, and Human Welfare Foundation on the theme of Women Empowerment through NGOs on Saturday, 18th April 2017 at Delhi School of Social Work. This summit witnessed a merging together of greater ideals relating to gender justice, equity, and freedom. The speakers asserted the role of NGOs in bringing about revolutionary changes at the grassroots level. Social activists, academicians, social work practitioners, bureaucrats, and NGOs working for the cause were part of the summit. The focus of the discussion was real-life experiences and practical difficulties at the ground level. Summit also went through the suggestions to get rid of the problem and to develop leadership quality among women to tackle it confidently. Session 1 Inaugural Session. Dr. Neena Pandey, Associate Professor, Delhi School of Social Work, Delhi University, was the coordinator of the program. In her welcome speech, she emphasized the need for women's emancipation not within a feministic domain but with a wider humanistic paradigm. There is a need for a broader share of equality and freedom for women in the society. Dr. Sharnaz Muttu, General Secretary, Women's Manifesto, gave introduction to the summit. She said that empowerment is knowledge-oriented, should assert economy, sufficiency, and catalyze women's share in policy making. The aim of Women's Manifesto is identification of indigenous women leaders who strive at grassroots level. Professor Meera Agnimitra, Head of the Department, Delhi School of Social Work, Delhi University, presided the inaugural session where she put emphasis on increasing the options for women and enabling them to exercise these options. Real empowerment is breaking the chasm between theory and praxis. Swati Maliwal, Chairperson of Delhi Commission for Women, was the chief guest in the inaugural session. She talked about the corrupted system that need to be changed and the need for solidarity between various systems of government machinery and the need to digitalize the police network. By this, the violence against women could be dealt with more ease and safety of the women could be ensured in the capital. Shabnam Hashmi, the social activist, was a guest of honor of the first session. She emphasized the role of NGOs for women empowerment in the current scenario as they offer aid at grassroots levels. The issue of triple talaq was blown out of proportion and was misused for narrow political gains. As per Islamic jurisprudence, was misrepresented in the public domain among secularists and feminists alike. Keynote addresses delivered by Professor Mansoor Ahmed, IPS, Chairman of Human Welfare Foundation. He said that there is a loophole in the rights to equality before law as women still don't have equal property rights in practice and also ingrained inequality which society is still putting in the minds of young girls and women. Women should become competent and fight for their rights. The scope of women empowerment was discussed in the second session. Professor Pamela Singla, Department of Social Work, Delhi University, moderated the session and shared her thought that if everybody who is able to make a social change is a leader, then every woman is leader in itself. NGOs play an important role in challenging the stereotypical social order and gender roles. Institutionalizing gender has to be questioned and work should be done to change it. Ira Singhal, IAS, Civil Service Examination topper in 2014, was the first speaker in the second session. She told that being a woman, we have to face many problems. People try to limit the choice for the women and put in our minds in a subtle way in the names of religious and societal norms. The perception of a woman about her is important as society looks at her through that image of hers. The next speaker was Jagmati Sangwan, a social activist mainly worked for Khap Panchayat in Haryana. She discussed that women empowerment starts when a woman starts thinking about the challenges which are facing because of her gender identity and stands to fight against it. Whatever schemes government has brought for the empowerment of the woman is actually not addressing the priorities of the women, but it has been forced onto them. Ir Nissa, trustee member of People Foundation Kerala, talked about the economic and entrepreneur domain that has been hijacked by men, wherein women are shrunk down as mere binaries through which male autonomy works over. What is needed is to make women folk mentally strong wherein they are able to break away the shackles of exploitative male chauvinism. Advocate Sneha Gill from Human Rights Law Network discussed the rights and orders of the country, but she sadly proclaimed that institutions fail to guarantee innate rights and justice to the women, especially from lower class and caste. This calls for a change in power politics to subvert the hegemony of male judges and patriarchal courts. Women empowerment, its concept and reality was a topic for third session. Dr. Pushpanjali Jha, Department of Social Work, Delhi University was moderator in the third session, where she discussed that women should have the environment where they can take decisions of their own. By improving social, economical, political and legal strength, women can claim their right confidently. Mariam Dhavale, General Secretary of All India Democratic Women's Association, shared her experience about the development of tribal community and said that people should stop seeking women as weak to fight for their rights, especially tribal and rural women who are illiterate and technology not advanced. The indigenous culture which people had in tribal areas is now slowly taken by the Brahmanical culture, which is a threat to the custom and heritage of tribal culture in India. Khalida Parveen, a social activist from Hyderabad, shared her thought about the political empowerment of women. She emphasizes that women should enroll themselves in every sphere of decision making, from home to the parliament. Political empowerment is one major part of women empowerment. The irony of today's time is the educated people are the ones who are behaving in uncultured manner. Rahima Khatun is a social activist and secretary of Nari O Sishu Kalyan in West Bengal. She underlined that economic independence has a major role in women empowerment. Money gives them confidence to fight against all ordeals in their lives with confidence. Session 4, Valedictory Session. T. Arif Ali, General Secretary of Human Welfare Foundation, presides a valedictory session where he puts emphasis on the need for construction of peaceful, productive and equal society for everyone, and also need of spreading and inculcating those morals where women are also seen as equals to that of men. Women empowerment should be a comprehensive concept and not be seen in its limited sense. Professor Rupreka Verma, the former Vice Chancellor of Lucknow University, was the chief guest of valedictory session. She said that feminism is an age-long fight for justice. It should not be equated to waging war against men. The concept of femininity under which we grow up is built within the imaginations of patriarchy, so that most of the girls are unaware of the violence unleashed upon them from childhood till their death. Professor Shushma Batra, Department of Social Work, Delhi University, was a guest of honor in valedictory session. She said empowerment goes hand in hand with education. Here it lays the cardinality of education wherein children are able to open up themselves beyond narrow-minded domains. Keynote address is delivered by Rashida Hussain, a retired IRS officer, where she talked about the greater need of solidarity among men and women to combat injustice and inequity. Empathy is an essential quality for an emerging leader, as it requires a greater degree of sensitivity with the fellow beings, and the goal has to set which are realistic and time-bounded. Women's Manifesto Award 2016 is given to Dr. Mithu Khurana by the chief guest Professor Rupreka Verma in the valedictory section. Women's Manifesto Award confers to appreciate the efforts of ladies for the empowerment of women and recognize the contribution made by women for the development of nation. Dr. Mithu Khurana is well known for her audacious and constructive fight for the proper implementation of laws meant to protect and safeguard women. This gutsy mother of twin daughters was the first woman in India to file a case under the Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques (PCPNDT) Act against her in-laws to save her daughters.